Alexa, play Sierra Radio.
Getting Sierra station from iHeartRadio.
Magic shadow crosses mine. To That's true. Say hi. 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 Fresh photo. Miss Bren, you're muted. Hi. Where do I have the long time?
There I am. Hello.
Hi. Hi.
A full class today.
Hi, Aubrey. Hi, Giselle.
Thanks for letting me know I was muted.
And we'll follow the other.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
Bren is hungry today. Miss Bren is a little tired, so I'm going to require and request all of you to give me energy today. Okay?
I'll take your picture.
Lola oil.
Yes, parents, please take pictures, take screenshots, enjoy watching your babies. I'm going to give myself 30 seconds here before I join everybody. Before I address everybody again, I've got a couple of people that I'm waiting on, but wow, we've got a full class today. Let's see. Hi, Sasha. Hi, Reese. Hi, Benjamin.
Do you want me to close the fridge?
No.
Gerald, I don't think I know your kids' names unless you are the kid. Hi, Heath. I think that you're a first timer. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Sasha. Hi. Let me see who else is in here.
Never mind. Hi.
Hi, Sai. Hi, Wenzel. Hi, Jalen. Man, we got a full house today. I love it. So we actually sold out because I try to limit class to 30 kids so I can talk to all of you.
You sold out?
Yeah, totally. Who else is in here? Is Karis in here? I see JP, Jordan, Josiah.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Sai and Sammy are in. Are Anthony and Roman here and Mason? Taylor and Sienna, my twins, are you back?
Oh. Those are the twins. Where they used to live. Everybody knew those twins.
I don't remember.
Got a whole bunch of new babies. Hi, Michaela. Michaela, are you Aubrey's friend?
Today.
Oh, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Hey, yeah. Yeah. Okay. If you are a first timer in our Tuesday cooking class, so who wants to tell all the first timers what our first thing is? What do we do first?
Wash your hands. Wash our hands.
Hey, we wash our hands first, right? All right, so we're gonna take 20 seconds.
Okay, stop
We're
it.
gonna take 20 seconds and we're gonna wash our hands, okay? Warm water, soap.
Wash your hands, you're gonna miss the class. All right, go, stop it.
Okay, who are you? Who's that today? I don't think I recognize you, young lady. Okay, if you've not been to class before, can you please introduce yourselves? I'd love to get to know your name.
It's all A on this.
I know my friend Aubrey.
Giselle.
Dobbins. What's your name?
Giselle.
Hi, Giselle. Thanks for coming. Did Aubrey invite you?
Huh?
Did Aubrey invite you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Reese. Okay, who else is in here today? Maddie, Sally, and Liu. Are you new? I don't think I've seen your name either.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Okay, so a couple of house rules real quickly. I've got 2 cameras going. You should see me here, which is the second camera. And then this is my main camera, and then this is my second camera, okay? So parents and kids, if you could kind of focus on both of these 2 as we go through the recipe, that'd be great. That's obviously for the first timers. Everyone who's come to class before kind of knows the process. If you're gonna have an intense conversation with your child, please just mute yourself. Keep your camera on, but just please mute yourself so that the other kids can hear me speak as I'm going through, and so that I could also hear you if you have a question, okay? And then obviously you can unmute yourself if there's not a whole bunch of conversation going on. There are 18 other people in here, but there are a lot of kids in 2s and 3s. So my point is to be able to get to everyone's questions and everyone's comments, because you guys are awesome. You ask really great questions, and you actually help me too. Sometimes I'll forget something. You'll be like, Miss Bren, didn't you forget to add the garlic? And yes, sometimes I do. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna have fun. Who is excited about making chicken tenders? We are making that's everybody. Everyone's supposed to raise their hands here. Everyone's supposed to be excited about making chicken tenders. This is one of my favorite recipes. I haven't made this in a really long time, so we're gonna be making this together. I may be making some tweaks along the way based on the recipe that I sent your parents, but that's okay. We'll talk about all of those things. And then the mango sauce is really, really yummy. Parents, if you weren't able to get mango, talk to me now so I can figure something out for you.
We only found one.
You only found one. Okay, that's cool.
Miss Bren,
Yes.
what happens if the mangoes are frozen?
No, we have frozen mango.
What mangoes are okay, well, when we get to that, I'll ask everyone to show me their mango, and we'll talk about bruising and how sweet it is, and if it's not sweet enough, and then we'll talk about adjustments to make the sauce the way it's supposed to be. I couldn't find ripe enough mango either, so I just happened, thank God, I have an awesome mommy who lives down the street who always drops off like little random things, and she gave me this jar like 2 months ago, and I haven't used it yet, but perfect timing. It's a whole bunch of mangoes. So we'll talk about that. But I'm also going to be, parents know this, I'm going to be baking my my chicken tenders, because I've been eating a lot of cookies and cupcakes because of you guys. So I'm going to lay off the fried foods for the next 3 days. So I'm going to bake my chicken tenders, and you can bake them with me too. If you want to fry them, you're not going to take as long as we are, and that's fine. You can just hang out with us while we get through the baking process.
Oh, wait, I thought we were making them.
And that's pretty much it. Okay, who's asking questions? Ask me questions now before we get started. Sasha, what's your question, sweetie?
I don't have no.
No question? Okay.
No question.
Sammy.
Is it okay to fry them?
It's absolutely okay if you fry them. Oh, Addison's back. Okay. Yes, if you want to fry them, that's fine. Once we start that situation and that process, I'll talk about frying them versus baking them, okay? Is that cool? Everybody on the same page? Level up. Okay, so we got everyone wash their hands, right? Yeah, let me get my scissors here. You could do wings. I bought chicken tenders. The recipe is the same. My chicken tenders don't have skin on them. Your chicken wings can or cannot have chicken. They may or may not have skin on them. So let's get our chicken. Everyone's hands are clean, right? All right, I'm gonna rinse my chicken real quickly because I literally just took it out of the package, so I'll be right back. If your chicken is not rinsed and pat dried, let's do that together now, okay? Whether it's chicken wings or tenders.
Can you give me
Okay?
That's enough of those.
Oh no. All right. Who's making chicken tenders and who's making chicken wings?
We're making chicken wings.
We're making
chicken
wings.
tenders.
Ooh, who's that? Who's that chicken tender? Is it twins?
Chicken tenders.
Josh is making tenders. Sai and Sammy, what are you guys making?
Tenders.
We're making
Tenders.
Making chicken.
Chicken tenders. Okay. So we don't want to keep the paper towel that we dried our chicken in because it has bacteria because it's still raw. Okay. So just keep that in mind when you're cooking with raw food. Okay. So we've got, I'm going to take off a little bit of the fat from my, my chicken. Actually, is this a breast? Did I buy a breast? You guys, I bought a breast, but that's fine because I'm just gonna cut it up into the tender size. If you have extra fat on your chicken tender, and you shouldn't, this is a good time to just kind of trim it off. But you know, the fat is really where the good flavor is, right?
Watch her.
Wait, so we got the same answer?
Okay, and parents, the recipe says that we were going to refrigerate our chicken for 30 minutes, but obviously we don't have time to do all that today. So we're not going to refrigerate our chicken to let it marinate. So we're going to do this in real time. So let me cut my, if you have a chicken breast like I do, we're going to cut it in about 2-inch strips, okay? My 2 breasts are going to give me literally about 6 tenders.
Bring it over here.
If you want to cut your chicken tenders or your chicken breast into like little chunks to make like chicken nuggets, you can totally do that too. Okay?
I think I'm good. Okay.
Actually, I'm going to make my little thinner here. All right, let me see. I want to see what folks are doing. Who's this down here? Addison, I see you, but I don't hear you. Or Benjamin. Hi, Benjamin. Welcome back.
Hi.
Hi, Michaela. Okay, Aubrey. Aubrey's there. Jalen. Hi, Jalen.
Watch your hands, Sasha. You don't.
Gerald Dead, are you new? Yes, you're new. And Skylar. Kristen. Okay.
So you don't cut
I
your.
don't know that I see everybody in here.
Yeah, she just didn't.
Patient, okay.
Yes, everybody. Okay, cool.
Okay, you're gonna need to wash your hands so don't touch anything.
Oh, that's bad.
No, that's wrong. Oh yeah.
If you have chicken wings and your chicken wings have skin on them, that's fine.
Okay.
If you want to pull some of the skin off, you can do that. And I'm going to show you. Does anybody have a chicken wing where they want to take off the skin? No. Okay. Cool. Yay.
This won't be chicken nuggets and these.
Yes. Who wants to make chicken nuggets? Okay. Okay, you guys see my chicken. You see my chicken tenders here, right? I've got 5 really nice. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 really big pieces, and 2 smaller pieces. So when you're cooking chicken, it will shrink. Okay. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you're cutting into like smaller chunks for chicken nuggets, just keep that in mind. Chicken will shrink. All right. So if you have a mixing bowl like I do here, we're gonna add our chicken.
Add your chicken, sweet.
And we're gonna add our chicken to our bowl, and we're going to season it with, if you're baking, follow along, right? We're not gonna add the baking soda yet. So for those who, we're all just gonna season together and then we'll talk about baking versus frying, okay?
You want them to be like this?
So let's add our salt and our pepper.
So,
Salt and our pepper.
Right now.
Bren,
Yes,
if we're frying, do you want us to follow along right now, or are we just following?
yes, I want you to follow along because I still want you to season your chicken.
Okay.
Seasoned it.
So I only have 1 pound of chicken and I still have about 2.5 teaspoons of black pepper, okay? You really want that pepper to stand out even though we're gonna add lemon juice to it.
Right now, are we just adding the pepper?
Right now you're just adding the salt, the pepper, and if you have garlic powder, woo, you're gonna sneeze like I am. Woo! If you have garlic powder, let's add some garlic powder too. Ooh, I think I need more garlic powder, kids. I think I need more garlic powder.
Yes, please.
So I want your chicken tender or your chicken nuggets or your chicken wing to have like, can you guys see this? Like it's really speckled. I added a lot of black pepper to it. You see that?
A little more pepper, okay. You want to be really speckled, okay?
So I'm gonna go rinse my hands real quick. I'll be right back, but I also need a little more garlic powder, okay? I'll be right back.
Okay, let's flush.
do this one this time.
Doesn't have much, so.
Well, here.
Right here, babe.
Can I dump it? Oh, that looks so fun.
Oh, it looks fun, right? Okay, so a little more. I'm gonna add a little more garlic powder to my chicken here.
I measured it all up with the chicken.
Oh.
Now wait till she tells you what's next.
All right, now we're gonna all have, if you have a whole lemon, let's cut our lemon. And we're gonna squeeze some lemon into our bowl here, okay? Actually, I'm sorry, before you do that, actually, I'm gonna reverse myself here. If you're gonna bake it, if you're baking your chicken tenders with me, let's add, if you have 1 pound of chicken, we're literally only going to add about
Go ahead and cut it.
1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. If you have 2 to 3 pounds of chicken, you're gonna add about 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, okay? That's if you are baking yours. So does anybody want to take a guess as to why baking soda, which is a really weird ingredient, is actually going to be really good for making chicken wings or chicken tenders in the oven? Anybody want to take a stab at guessing why that is?
What do we do?
Hold that like that, okay?
Good.
Guesses? Any guesses? Any guesses?
They go crunchy.
It does cook crunchier. That's why. But do you know why it cooks crunchier?
It's because
Not licking.
yeah. I don't want to it out, right?
So the reason is because baking soda is alkalinic, right? It has alkaline. It's an alkaline product. And the alkaline raises the pH balance level in the skin. And so what that allows the chicken to do is get brown and crispier way faster than it would on its own. And this, honestly, this process for me is just much healthier than frying. But fried chicken is so yummy, right? Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Miss Bren,
Yes.
what do we do if we're frying?
If you're frying, yeah, if you're frying, you don't want to add baking soda, right? You still want to add the salt, the pepper, and your garlic powder if you added that. Now we can all add our lemon juice now, okay?
Yep, we are.
If you're frying them, but we're gonna make them.
It's not needed. I'll cut it.
Frying is like an oil.
Okay, for my little science and my little chemist here. So baking soda is alkalinic. Lemons are acidic. So we're gonna, let me wipe this down. I'm gonna do this on top of this.
I'm gonna get you to the thing to squeeze the lemons, okay?
Again, the recipe said 2 lemons because I'm gonna make chicken wings, but I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna make tenders for myself, obviously. So if you have 1 pound, 1 whole lemon will do, okay? If you've got 2 to 3 pounds, your 2 lemons will do.
Did you add a whole lemon?
So if you're baking or frying, Mason.
Hi.
How are you? Welcome to class.
Thank you. I'm sorry that I'm late.
It's okay. What we're doing now is seasoning our chicken with salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and some lemon.
They're
Okay?
coming out.
Hey, parents or kids, if you have fresh lemon, don't throw out your peel. Save it, because what you could do, I think I mentioned this in like the very first class or the second class, whenever we made the cupcakes. You can throw this in the garbage disposal and it'll clean the disposal, but also give it a really nice smell. Okay? I always keep my lemon peels and my orange peels and all that stuff. All right. Okay, if you are frying your chicken wing, if you're frying your chicken wing, you can take flour. You should have a little bowl of 2 eggs, 2 or 3 eggs, and whisk your egg. Right? You want to make like an egg. It's called an egg wash.
Oh, this is if you have wings.
Who's frying chicken? I got like 3 of y'all frying chicken. Okay. For those of you frying chicken, for those of you baking chicken, give me a few minutes while I talk to those frying chickens.
Baking, actually.
If you're frying chicken, let's take your eggs and whisk them into a bowl. Okay, we're gonna do an egg wash.
It's not my hand.
So when growing up, my mom made, she made us fried chicken a lot, and I love my mom's fried chicken. But she never did the egg wash and kind of coating it in flour. What that does is actually make it really, really crispy. It gives you like an extra layer of really crispy, I don't want to say fake skin, but just definitely crunchier texture. What you would do is just season it and just stick it into a deep fryer with a lot of oil, and it would be so yummy. So you don't have to do the flour and egg wash, parents, kids. You can make sure that your heat is really hot, and we'll talk about that. But if you're following along, you're doing 2 eggs, you're whisking it, and you have in a separate bowl, you've got some flour, okay? And what we're going to do is you're going to stick your chicken in the bowl with the eggs and kind of coat your chicken with all of that, not all of it, but make sure that your chicken is well coated with the egg batter. I mean, with the egg wash. All right, everyone else baking, thanks for waiting along.
You need oil.
Okay, everybody else baking while those who are frying are working on the eggs. Let's turn our heat to 250 degrees. Okay, our oven. Let's turn our oven on at 250 degrees.
Bake.
Bake.
250
degrees.
Okay.
250 degrees. Do you guys remember that one time I turned on my upper oven and my oven wasn't ready to cook with you guys?
How much flour should we use if we're frying?
How much chicken do you have? Is that Benjamin?
Yes.
Yeah. How much chicken do you have?
Lemon.
3 pounds.
3 pounds. You can do about a cup. You can do about a cup and a half of flour.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So what you want to do is, for those again who are frying, you're gonna stick your chicken in the egg and give it a quick, cover it up really quickly. What you want to do is coat the chicken. and then you're gonna stick it in the flour or breadcrumbs or panko. I would use panko, okay? You're gonna stick it in flour, panko, or breadcrumbs, whatever your crunch factor is going to be. And then you're gonna give it one more wash in the egg, and then you're gonna give it one last nice covering in your flour, panko, or breadcrumbs. Does that make sense?
Are you talking about for baking?
For the frying, just for my folks who are frying. Is that cool? What we're really doing is an egg wash to make it crispy, okay? And what the egg does, the egg allows the breadcrumbs or the flour or the panko to stick to the chicken, okay?
I actually set it down because it was so.
Alexa, next. All right, so everyone else who's baking. So our chicken is now seasoned. We've added lemon, we've added salt, pepper, and a little bit of baking soda. So we're gonna put our chicken, I'm gonna spray my chicken down a little bit with olive oil. Alexa, next.
Bren.
Yes, talk to me.
How much panko should we use?
So is that Benjamin again? If you're using panko, you can do about 1.5 cups. Just you need to have enough to coat the entire chicken wing, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Who's asking questions? Hey.
Mommy.
Ooh, I want to see that chicken right there, Aubrey. Let me see that. Oh, that looks good. Maddie, let me see your chicken.
I'm gonna make a project.
Let's see, Sasha. Let me see your chicken, Mama.
This in panko, but I'm not sure.
Ooh, who said panko? You're using panko. Yes, for the panko fans. Yes. I love panko. So panko is like Japanese breadcrumbs, for those who didn't know. Mackenzie, let me see your panko, or let me see your chicken, Mackenzie. Addison. Ooh, that looks good.
Hi.
Okay. So Mackenzie's ahead of the game. Mackenzie already laid out. So, okay, if you have a baking sheet, you can use olive oil or you can use parchment paper, and we're going to evenly spread out our chicken tenders or our chicken nuggets or our chicken wings on your baking sheet, okay?
Yeah.
Coming.
Miss Bren,
Yes. Questions.
should we start frying yet?
You can, no, I don't want you to start frying your chicken yet.
Okay.
Okay? So parents, for those of you frying, you can actually cover your chicken in its bowl and return it to the refrigerator while we make our sauce. Because your chicken's not gonna take a long time to cook the way that the baked one is, okay? So if you want your chicken wings or chicken tenders a little pepper, like a little more peppery, that would be a good time to sprinkle the rest of your pepper like I am on your baking sheet. Okay? I'm gonna add all the pepper. I have 2 teaspoons.
Okay.
Who likes peppery chicken wings? I do. I do. Okay. So I'm gonna take all this to my sink. I'll be right back. Okay, we can go ahead and stick this in the oven. If you're baking chicken like this, let's all put it in the oven. So the reason that we start at 250 is because we want the fat inside the chicken to start breaking down without yet cooking the outside, right? We want to make sure that our chicken is cooked all the way. We never want to eat raw chicken, okay?
Do you cover it?
No, do not cover it. So under at 250 degrees, what it's going to happen is, again, the chicken's going to cook nicely and beautifully inside, and then we're going to crank up the heat in about 30 minutes, and that's when all that beautiful brown on the outside is going to happen, okay? So in the oven, stick your chicken in the oven. Set your timer for, if you have 3 pounds of chicken, you're actually going to take a little longer. So let's start with 35 minutes for you 2 to 3 pounders, 25 minutes for us bakers, or for us 1-pounders, okay?
Wait, how long for? Wait. Yeah, she just said it. 25 minutes. I'm Michaela.
Let's also wash our hands because we've been dealing and handling raw chicken.
And then sure, when you're done, you very good, or like really, really scrub them, okay?
If you have extra lemon, save your lemon, okay? Because we're gonna squeeze some of this later.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to my sink and rinse off my cutting board, okay? If you guys have been handling raw chicken, please be careful with your cross-contamination and wash your hands and wash your work area and your cutting board, okay? And your knife, obviously. I'll be right back.
Fast one.
Here's the knife.
I'm gonna get a whole cutting board. Put that over.
I'm taking this one.
Whole new cutting board. We'll get a whole new knife.
Hey, Karen, are you making the plant-based version?
I'm gonna do later on. I'm gonna do with cauliflower.
Oh, perfect. That sounds yummy. Okay. Let me know how that turns out.
Cauliflower. I'm gonna put the cauliflower in the air fryer and then catch up to the girls when you have the sauce ready.
Perfect.
But they're making tenders for the rest of the family.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Awesome. So who's sharing their chicken wings with the family tonight? I'm not sharing.
We can start frying, correct?
No, I don't want you to start frying yet.
Okay.
No, I want you to refrigerate. I want you to refrigerate your. If you're frying, I want you to put your chicken in the refrigerator.
Miss Bren,
Yes.
what do you recommend as a side dish?
For chicken wings. Well, we don't want to do more fried food. So, what do I like my chicken wings with? I like veggies, honestly, because you're getting so much fat and so much protein with the chicken. You definitely want to do a vegetable. So, corn would be really good. You could do, if you're into greens, you could do broccoli. You could do celery. You could do. Oh, mac and cheese would be good, but I don't eat cheese like that. Otherwise, that would be amazing. Makes me want to dance. Ooh. Yes.
Are we making the mango sauce if we don't have any?
Oh, everyone's making the mango sauce from scratch. Yeah. We're doing this together. Yeah, we're totally doing this together. All right. So if you're frying chicken, your chicken should go in the refrigerator.
Nope.
If you are baking chicken, your chicken should be in the oven.
1 second. Let's put that on the trees.
Oh, does it? Hi. Is that what you're baking?
We'll Google it when you're done, okay?
Are you baking the chicken? Yeah. I'm not frying though.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, always frying. I'm baking.
Is Alejandro in class today? Alejandro, are you here? I don't see you.
How about we have a screen? Good question, babe.
Look at the spin.
All right, who had a question? I hear a question in the background. All right, here we go. We're gonna make some yummy mango habanero sauce. So I came up with this years ago when I used to be a food columnist at a really big magazine. And I used to get to play with all these really yummy ingredients and just kind of develop recipes. And I don't know why this particular combination jumped at me, but I love mango. It's one of my favorite fruits. And I think maybe because my mom tells me this story when she was a little girl in Cuba, her next door neighbors had a mango tree. And she would always sneak into the neighbor. When she was a little girl, she was like 7. She would sneak into the neighbor's yard and climb the tree and take mangoes. And if you know anything about Caribbean living or tropical living, that's just kind of like the way of life, especially when, you know, food isn't as readily available as it is to us. You just kind of make it happen. But the neighbors were so awesome. They were like, my mom goes by Chinita. Of course, Chinita can have mangoes, but she always liked sneaking over there without my grandmother knowing and climbing on the tree and getting mangoes. So because my mom loves mangoes and she grew up telling us that story all the time, I just kind of have this natural affection for mangoes. And plus, they're just yummy. Who doesn't like mangoes? I mean, right?
We like mango.
Who doesn't like mangoes? Yes.
I'll never tell you secret, mommy. Safety.
Questions. Yeah. What's the
Do
question?
you need a phone?
Yeah, you can, well, you don't have to have a bowl, but I'm going to start with my bowl because I want to cut my mango up a little bit. Okay. But you don't have to have one, but if you have one with you, great. We do need a cutting board and you do need a knife so we can we can mince our garlic. Okay. So what I like about this sauce is that we have the sweetness with the mango. We have the heat with the habanero, which I couldn't find in my grocery store, but I have this really yummy sriracha sauce, which I'm going to use. And then a little nutty flavor with the peanut oil. And then the garlic gives it a really nice bite. Okay, so if you have fresh garlic, let's go ahead and mince up our garlic. I've got 6 nice cloves here. Who's got questions?
You don't need to because we already have.
But let me show you. Daddy put them, he used Celogen, so this is the garlic clove.
Like 9 of those.
You take your knife, bang in, and then you cut it off.
So someone's guiding their kid there really well. So can you guys see me? I want you to show you. One of the classes I talked about, one of the really easy ways to get the paper off the garlic is to stick it in the microwave for like 30 seconds. It's going to be hot, but it'll be a really fast way and much easier of getting the skin or the paper off the garlic. If you don't like doing that, like I don't, what you can do is just take the palm of your hand, put the knife on top of the garlic clove, and take the palm of your pretty little hand and your strong hand and put some pressure on it, and it mashes up. I like just kind of hitting it, and you see how the paper just kind of splits away from it? You see that? You can also use a mini food processor and just kind of use that to get it all off. The more comfortable you get doing this and the more you practice, this will be like super fast and easy for you. Let me take my bracelet off. All right, so I've got 6 garlic cloves. I like garlic, so I might add a little more, especially because I have so much mango. And you guys, you can double this recipe. You can triple this recipe so that you can use the sauce on like some meat. You can use it on chicken. You can use it on like, I don't know, a really yummy burger if you like saucy burgers. Everybody cutting their onion with me? I mean, their garlic? Hi, Mackenzie. Is this your first time here, Mackenzie? I think I've seen you before.
Mommy.
We've got 3, we need 3 more.
It's her first time.
Oh, thanks for having her. I mean, thanks for letting her come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all gonna mince our garlic.
Mince?
Yeah, we wanna mince it. You wanna make it really, really as small as you can. It's gonna cook down, obviously, in the sauce, but we don't want it to be too chunky, okay? Can you smell that? Garlic is so good. You guys, garlic is also really good for your immune system. It has really great health benefits. Okay. I love garlic. If you don't have fresh garlic, guess what you can use? Who's got the brilliant answer for me? What can you use if you don't have garlic?
Garlic powder.
You can garlic powder.
Oh.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, so we can put our garlic to the side.
Put our garlic to the side.
Okay. Kristen, thanks for joining us today. Okay, so I'm gonna take my bowl. So if you have your mango, this would be a good time to peel your mango. I should have opened this up earlier.
Miss Bren,
Yes.
how do you peel your mango? If the mango just like isn't cut already.
Okay, so you can take a big knife, or you can even take like a potato peeler. If your potato peeler is big enough, you can peel the skin off of the mango. Okay, great question, Miss Sasha. Really good question.
Thank you.
Miss Bren,
Yes.
how about if your mango is frozen and
Somebody has some really loud background music there. Can you hit mute so that I can hear Sally? Okay, what was it, sweetie?
what if our mangoes are frozen and cut?
If your mangoes are frozen, that's fine. It's just gonna, they're gonna cook down. Okay, it's probably gonna be a little more. It's gonna be more watery. It's gonna be a little more liquefied. So we're gonna add something to like thicken it up. Hi, Kristen. Can't hear you. You're muted, Kristen. Okay, guys, I'm gonna
Just asking about knife skills for kids. I'm trying to teach some kids here in Wisconsin the knife skills. So, what age?
Knife skills? Okay, guys, hold on a second. Let me open my jar is not opening again, which is a problem.
No,
It seems like you guys are pretty talented with your knife skills.
Yeah, these kids are really, really talented. I mean, most of them have been with me for 6 weeks now. We only have a few new students today. Yeah, they've been just doing a great job.
That's awesome.
A lot of them have their parents with them too.
Sure.
Miss Bren.
Yes.
Wait, what if the mango is green and red?
If the mango is green and red, that means your mango is not as ripe, probably, which is okay. We're just gonna work with it a little more to sweeten it, okay?
That's really the and plus the other one was swagging upstairs. It's like an orange dandelion and a lemon. Mom, give me
You guys, I wish you could see what I'm doing over here. My jar doesn't want to open.
Put that up. It's
Can you cut a piece of me too, please.
Take a knife and cut up those bigger chunks.
Miss Bren.
See.
Aha! There we are. There are my mangoes. Ah! Yes. Yes.
What are we supposed
Got a question.
Sour.
Miss Bren,
Yes.
what are we supposed to do with our mangoes? Once you slice?
Right. So what? Have you sliced them? Let me see your mangoes. Let me see how pretty your sliced mangoes are.
We cheated. We bought them from Wegmans already cut up.
Oh, look at you. Okay, I like that. Shortcuts, shortcuts, shortcuts. Okay, if you have whole mangoes and you've cut them up, I'm gonna cut mine a little smaller than this. You see this? This is literally like 1/4 of an entire mango. Do you guys see that? I'm just gonna cut my mango down a little more, okay? Who's working with one mango?
Miss Bren.
If you're working with one mango, we're gonna talk about the recipe and how to modify it because, or adjust it rather, because you don't have as many mangoes as I do, or as
Miss
everybody
Bren?
else is. Yes.
What does it mean if your mango is hard, like in the center?
Can I see it? Can I see it? I mean, everyone has if you're using a fresh mango, there's definitely a seed in there.
Oh.
Yeah. So we wanna cut. So your mango's kind of like an oblong shape. You want to cut as much as, like, let's pretend this is the mango. I'm sorry that I don't have an actual mango here. You want to cut as thick as possible because there's a really big, thick seed in the middle of it. And it's really hairy.
Oh, I see.
Bren, this is Andrea. Believe it or not, I have never used mango before, so this is all new.
Are you serious?
Never.
Girl. Well, good. I'm glad that you're getting to know the mango, but there's a really big seed in the middle of it, which is not edible, by the way.
Got it.
Miss Bren.
Yes. Question. Who's that asking question? Raise your hand so I can see.
Me?
Okay, Sasha.
Well,
Yes.
interesting in Wisconsin that you're doing habanero for kids.
I hate it so bad. Yeah, I mean, because that's what the recipe is, and you know, parents can temper it down.
No,
if they
I
wish.
think it's wonderful.
Oh, okay.
I think in the Middle West we don't know what habanero is.
Yeah, for sure.
But we have really good sources. So
Yeah, we don't really have
sources
really good
for,
sources here in DC. I normally get them at like Wegmans or Whole Foods, but they didn't have any this week. So I'm gonna modify it with this sriracha sauce. Yes, who's got a question?
I have a question.
Yes, yes, Mason.
Do your mangoes need to be peeled?
Yes, your mangoes definitely need to be peeled. So everyone, okay, yes.
How do you?
How many, if the mangoes are already like cut, how many cups do you think? Like,
So if your mango's already cut, let's do about six, if it's enough, let's do about 6 cups of mango. If you don't have enough to do 6, just kind of tell me what you have and I'll work with you to figure out what your ratios are for the rest of the ingredients, okay? Geraldette, how are you doing over there? I see you eating. What you got over there, girl?
I'm licking my mango.
Okay, I like that. Okay. All right. Skylar, how are you doing over there with your mango? You're good? Aubrey, you okay over there? Benjamin, you good?
Yes, ma'am, I'm good.
Jalen, are you okay over there? Okay, so we're gonna move on to everybody's garlic should be cut and minced, and everyone's mango should be chopped up, okay? So we're gonna take our peanut oil and add it to I love peanut oil, guys. We're gonna add peanut oil to our saucepan or your pot, wherever it is that you're gonna be making your sauce, okay? So I just added let me add one more tablespoon of peanut oil. And it smells so yummy. If you don't have peanut oil, avocado oil will work. Actually, no avocado oil. Coconut oil will work, okay? All right, I'll give everybody a chance. Everybody should be adding some oil to their pot for your mango sauce. Everybody with me? Yes.
Are we allowed to eat once we cut off the skin of our mango, if it has like some mango inside of it, are we allowed to eat that?
Yes, go for it. Just don't eat the seed, okay? But yeah, you can totally eat off of you can eat around the seed, right? You can totally eat around the seed. Yeah.
And also, are we allowed to eat the skin too?
I don't eat the skin, no. I mean, it's not gonna hurt you, but I wouldn't eat the skin. But definitely you can kind of like when you eat an orange, you kind of like suck all the pulp out of it. You can do that with the mango.
I have a
make sense?
question.
Yes.
How small do the mangoes have to be?
Did you see mine here? It can be about 1.5 inches thick. Okay.
Thank you.
Because we're going to work through it as the sauce is cooking down. We're going to work with breaking it apart, and then at the end, if it's still too thick, we're going to if it's too thick, we're going to put it through a food processor. I'm hoping that we don't have to do all that, but just in case. Okay. Okay, I'm just waiting for everybody to. Does everybody have oil in their pot?
Yes.
Yes.
Got it?
Friend, is it okay if we use a blender? We don't have a food processor.
Yes, you can. We're not going to do that yet, but you can totally do that. Okay, so we're going to put our heat on low to medium heat. We're going to turn the oven on to low to medium heat.
What is that?
Coconut whip.
I'm excited about my mango sauce. Oh my gosh, you guys, nobody reminded me. We didn't cut the onion for the sauce. We didn't cut the onion. It's okay. We can do that once we've added the mango. We'll come back to our cutting boards and we'll cut the onion. Okay.
And pour the mangoes in.
Yeah. If your peanut oil or your coconut oil is warm, we can now add our mango. Okay.
What about our peppers?
Yeah, you can go ahead and add your peppers to it.
And how do you want us to cut? How you want us to cut those?
So I want your peppers. Let me see what your pepper looks like.
Miss Bren, are we supposed to add more pepper?
No, hold on a second. Let me see who I want to see who just asked me about the pepper.
Hold on. This is my I have a whole bag of them. So this is my whole bag of them. How do you want me to cut them?
Oh, is that Addison? Okay, so if you're working with hot habanero peppers, and I put it in the recipe, I want you to slice it down the middle, okay?
Mhm.
I want you to take the seeds out, and be careful because they're really spicy. I want you to take the seeds out, especially if you're using jalapeno peppers. If you couldn't find habanero, but you're using jalapeno, the seeds are really, really spicy, and they have some properties that will make your eyes really itchy and your hands really itchy. So you want to take the seeds out of the pepper and then don't touch your face, okay?
Okay.
So I want you to cut the pepper. I want you to mince the pepper. So cut it in half, take the seed out. You can cut julienne slices and then cut it one more time to make a really small chop or mince it. Yes, who's got questions?
How many peppers do we need? How many jalapenos do we need?
Pardon me, I can't hear you, sweetie.
How many jalapenos do we need?
Oh, just literally, we only need about half of one jalapeno. Okay, but that's if you have 6 mangoes, what the recipe calls for, there's heat intensity in this, so we want to use 2 to 3 peppers if you have 6 mangoes. If you only have 1 to 2 mangoes, we want to significantly reduce the amount of heat. So you only want to use about a teaspoon to 2 of your minced habanero or jalapeno, okay? Sai and Sammy, how many mangoes do you have?
6 cups.
You have 6 cups. Yeah, so if you have 6 cups, I would do about half of that jalapeno, okay? Okay, so we're gonna add our garlic, okay? We're gonna add our garlic to our pot over here, and then we're gonna come back and cut our.
I'm gonna get the seeds out.
Onion. Yeah.
Okay. No, sorry.
No questions.
Right. Mangoes.
I want to put mangoes in.
All right.
You asked me a question.
Miss Bren,
Yes.
what if we don't have any pepper?
If you don't have any pepper, do you have hot sauce, or do you have like a sriracha, or do you have like a?
We have the sriracha.
Oh, you have sriracha. Oh, I like it. Okay, so you can add a little bit of sriracha, which is, guess what? I'm doing that too. I'm using sriracha because my store didn't have any peppers. Okay, you guys, we forgot to add our onions, so let's go back to our cutting board. Mackenzie, are you okay over there? Okay, Reese, you good? Maddie, you good? Geraldette, you good? Skylar, Addison, everyone's good, okay? Jalen, Aubrey? Yes.
How do you want your jalapeno cut?
Okay, who's asking question? Raise your hand so I can see who's asking. Okay, Michaela, what's that, sweetie?
Do we add the onions?
Yeah, so if you have your onions, go ahead and add your onions. I forgot to chop mine up, so I'm gonna quickly chop up my onions.
The chicken is beeping. So
That means it's been 25 minutes, right?
yeah.
Okay, so now we want to take, thank you for reminding me, we're going to take our temperature and put it up to 450 degrees.
I like the knife that you have.
Yeah, I actually got these done in Wisconsin.
For how long?
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
My habanero.
That looks good.
What do we?
Those of you who,
How long
for those
do
of
we
you,
put it in there?
how long do you do what, sweetie?
How long do we put it on?
Oh, for the second half of the baking, another 30 minutes.
Oh, 30. You're not gonna like that though.
She's not gonna wait that
Yeah,
long.
no.
Okay, if you were smart and remember to cut the onion or bought pre-cut onion or already had it made, you can go ahead and add your onion to the pot where your mangoes are. Okay, I'm gonna do that now.
What temperature should the oven be at?
So for if you're baking right now, it should be at 450 degrees.
Thank you.
Thanks for the question. Yeah, of course.
Sorry, mommy.
You can put it back on the side.
Actually, how many pounds of chicken? Like, let's keep it at like 425.
420.
Okay. All right, so I'm adding my onion to my pot, you guys. So right now you should have your mangoes.
We only have 1 pound of chicken.
Okay, so yeah, let's keep it at like 400 degrees.
Whatever you get.
Okay, kids, I want to show you what my mix looks like. You guys see this?
Should we be constantly mixing that?
Yeah, I want you to, but your temperature should still be on like low medium, okay? So all we should have in there right now is your mango, your onions, your garlic, and your peppers, or your sriracha, whatever it is that you're using to give it heat, okay? If you're using sriracha because you don't have peppers, let's do, if you have 1 mango, let's do 1 teaspoon of sriracha. If you have 4 to 6 mangoes and you have sriracha or hot sauce, let's do 2 teaspoons, okay? And we can adjust later for more heat and more salt.
Oh.
It was just at the correct temperature.
Miss Bren,
Yes.
what type of onion should we use if we don't have a Spanish onion?
You could use, do you have a white onion? What kind of onion? Just whatever, unless it, any onion
Yeah.
but red.
We have a white, yellow, and red onion.
No, use the yellow onion.
All right.
Good question, good question, good question. I like the questions, good question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we accidentally cut up the jalapenos with the seeds.
No, who wants to do that? No way, that's gonna be so spicy. Are you serious?
My mom's picking all of them out.
Okay, mommy's smart. Take those seeds out, it's gonna be really spicy. But that's, I mean, if you want it really, really spicy, that's fine. All right, you guys should give it a really good swirl right now.
Can you show us our your sauce?
Yeah, sure can. Oh, let me take this.
Okay.
Remember, do you guys remember last time when I showed something and it spilled here? You guys see this? Can everybody see this?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I don't see. Okay.
So we haven't added our sugar yet. We haven't added our vinegar, and we haven't added our salt yet, okay?
What about jalapenos?
Totally add, so right now, you guys, the mango should be in the pot, the peanut oil, the garlic, the onion, and your peppers or your sriracha, whatever your heat source is, all of that should be in your sauce right now, okay?
Miss Bren,
Yes.
is this I'm still stirring our sauce, and is this good?
Hold on, let me turn my heat up too. Let me see. Let me see what yours looks like. Yeah, that looks, okay, who's that? Sasha?
Yeah.
So I want you to add a little more heat to that because that's still a little too yellow.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, what does she mean by heat? Miss Bren,
Yes.
we don't really like spicy.
Okay, that's totally fine. You don't have to make it spicy.
Okay.
Parents, this would be a good time, even though we haven't added salt yet, or the sugar or the vinegar, this would be a really good time to take a little tasting spoon and taste it to see if you want it spicier or if you feel like you need to reduce the heat, okay? Let's do that together. We can taste it now just to kind of see what the heat level is doing.
Sorry.
We're scraping the top off.
Taste the aftertaste.
Alexa,
Should we put in the
set timer for 30 minutes.
Miss Bren, turn the heat up higher?
Yes, everybody's heat should be at 410, 415 degrees. And your timer should be reset for another 25 minutes. If you're baking, that's if you're baking.
Miss Bren,
Yes.
so our sauce has onions in it. Does the onions need to actually be mushed inside of our sauce, or do we need to take them out?
No, they're gonna stay in there, but we don't want to add anything yet until the onions are a little translucent, right? Does everybody know what translucent means? It means that the onions are a little bit see-through.
Miss Bren?
Yes, Michaela, let me see that, Mama. What is that?
Ginger.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, we're not there yet. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yes?
When do we add the sugar and
We're not adding any of that yet. We're waiting until everyone should be looking at their sauce and making sure that their onion is cooking until it's a little translucent. Translucent means until it's a little transparent. Okay? But again, parents and kids, if you're cooking by yourself, you want to taste your sauce and see what your
you can see it.
your heat source looks like. If you want it spicier, you can add more pepper or more sriracha. If you want it not as spicy, the sugar will take care of that.
Do we have the sugar right now?
Oh, not yet, not yet, not yet. We're not adding sugar yet.
Okay, she heard me.
I hear it all. I hear it all. No sugar yet, no sugar yet.
Bren,
Yes.
did you say that anything about like what to do if you wanted it less spicier?
Thank you. And she said, well, I didn't want to blindside you. And it's not uphill. She said,
Okay, we froze there for a second. What was your question?
Did you say anything about like what to do to make it less spicier?
Yes, if you want it spicier, you're gonna add more peppers or more sriracha. Okay?
Miss Bren?
Yes.
For me, so when I tasted it a little bit, I tasted like mango first, but then I tasted a little aftertaste of the onion.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want. I like the way that you're describing that.
I don't really like onion anyways.
Oh, but don't you worry. Once we add the sugar and the ginger, it's all gonna blend in really nicely, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so everybody, so now our onion should be pretty translucent, guys, okay? So now we can go ahead. So your sugar, if you only have, the recipe said 3/4 cup of brown sugar or sugar in the raw, that's for 6 mangoes because our mangoes are sweet, right? No, hold on, Michaela, not yet. So if you're only doing 1 mango, right? If your mango is sweet, you should add 1/4 cup of sugar. Okay? If you're using 4 to 6 mangoes or 3 to 4 mangoes, you can use 1/2 cup of sugar. Okay? Hi, Aaliyah's mom. How's that pretty little baby over there? Oh, so cute. Can't hear you. Okay, so we should all add our sugar. If your mango was not sweet because it was still pretty green, you want to add more sugar to kind of compensate for that, okay? You can also use honey. The only reason I'm not using honey is because we're creating a syrupy kind of sauce, and I don't want it to be more, I don't want it to be any more liquidy, so I'm going to add sugar. What's your question, Michaela, sweetie?
We had brown sugar?
Yes, that's totally fine. Yeah, brown sugar's fine. I'm using sugar in the raw, okay? So let's add our sugar. Let's add our sugar and let's add our vinegar. We should be adding our sugar, our vinegar, and our ginger. Parents, keep those ratios in mind as you add vinegar. If you only have 1 mango, you're not going to obviously use 3 cups of vinegar. You're not going to use 2 cups of vinegar, okay?
This place is on the south side. This is not on the
Miss Bren,
Yes.
how much ginger should we use?
How many mangoes do you have, sweetie?
1.
1.
If you have 1 mango,
Oh, 3. My bad.
you have 3 mangoes?
Yeah, I have 3 mangoes.
Do about a tablespoon of grated ginger.
You have 1 mango.
Miss Bren, how many mangoes do you add in?
Yes. Who's got questions?
hilarious because
How that? It's supposed to be watery.
How much vinegar do you do if you only have 1 mango?
Who had that question? Oh, hi, yes, Michaela. What's your question, sweetie?
It's supposed to be watery.
What's supposed to be watery? Your sauce? No.
When you added the vinegar?
No. So what's going to happen is the sugar is going to help thicken that up.
Okay.
Okay. So right now, everyone's temperature or their heat should be at about medium. Okay. So we can now add a little bit of salt to season our sauce. Okay. So add a little bit of sea salt. Okay, you guys, this is the consistency that I want. I'm going to bring my camera down. This is the consistency that I want your sauce to be at right now. Does everybody see that?
It's Bren.
It's a little liquidy, but as the mangoes, it's a little, hold on kids, let me talk for a second. It's a little liquidy, but as the mangoes start breaking down, it's going to get thicker, okay?
Okay.
So that's what I want everyone's sauce to look like right now.
How much salt do we need? I added.
Add your salt according to taste. I would do about at least half a teaspoon, depending on how many mangoes you're using. Okay.
I added like 1.5 cups of vinegar.
Okay. How many mangoes did you have?
Because I have around 6 mangoes.
How many mangoes did you have, sweetie?
I have 6.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So you had. Oh my gosh, you guys, my sauce tastes so good. Okay, add your ginger too. Add your ginger. Add your ginger. Add your ginger. For the 6 mangoes, if you added 1.5 cups of apple cider vinegar or vinegar, you can probably add a little more.
Okay.
Because the ginger will help balance all that out. Okay. I use apple cider vinegar just because it has a little more flavor than regular white distilled vinegar.
Okay.
Okay, so we want to add some salt, kiddos. Some salt, okay?
Miss Bren,
Yes.
I'm making buffalo sauce.
Buffalo sauce. Wait a second. Who is cheating on me right now? Who is making buffalo sauce? You are cheating on me. This is not a buffalo class. No, ma'am. No, sir.
Tell her we didn't have the mango.
Mango.
Who is that? Who literally is making buffalo sauce right now? My feelings are a little hurt. My goodness. Maddie, you're making buffalo sauce? Jesus. Okay. That just means you're going to have to...
Buffalo, that's the reason.
Okay. Denise, your question about the ginger. You should so all of the ingredients, kids, should be in your pot now. All of the ingredients. Okay?
Miss Bren?
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, Miss Sasha. You're being quiet today. I want you to ask me all the questions, little mama.
Are we allowed to add a pinch of pepper, a pinch of black pepper
Wait,
to our sauce?
a pinch of what kind of pepper?
I think, is this black pepper? Black pepper?
Yeah, but did you have jalapeno or habanero or some hot sauce or something?
No.
No. Okay, so then yes, I would. Do you have no hot sauce?
No hot sauce.
Okay. Yeah, you can add a black pepper. It's going to be a different flavor. Okay, as black pepper isn't really all that spicy, but it's going to have a little bit of a different flavor.
Yeah.
But yes, you can. Somebody else had a question. I saw a hand raised. No? Okay.
A little bit of it flung out on a napkin, so I ate it, and that's good.
It's good, right? It's good. Parents, if you're cooking with your kids, you can taste for salt, okay? And adjust for it. You can adjust for a lot of the things right now. Like I wanted a little more ginger, so I'm gonna add a little bit more ginger in my sauce.
It's so good. I added like
Miss Bren.
Talk to me. Who's asking me a question? What's up, Sasha, Mama? I think that was you.
I was wondering when are we gonna put our chicken out?
Yeah, so if we're baking a chicken, our chicken's not done yet. If you're frying your chicken, we're gonna get to that in a second. So everybody's sauce right now. I need everybody to be on the same page. Can you raise your hand if your sauce is already making and you've added all of your ingredients? Raise your hand. I want to see all these hands raised.
Mine's boiling.
Okay, Gerald, where is your hand raised? Oh, the baby. Okay, hand raised over there. Addison, I can't see you. Benjamin, but I'm gonna assume it's done. Okay.
Miss Bren?
Yes.
Can we put this in the blender now?
Wait,
No.
Miss Bren?
Yes.
Can you ask your question again? I
Yes.
can hear you.
No, I just want
when you're
everyone
telling all of us to raise our hand.
Yeah, raise your hand and just let me know that your sauce is in the making and all your ingredients are in your pot.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Okay, awesome. So let's all put our temperature to low medium again. Let's reduce our temperature to low medium, okay? Low medium. Low medium.
It's Bren.
Yes.
I have another school class at 3 o'clock, so can I go ahead and start frying my tenders?
Yes, so I just want to make sure that everyone's sauce is on the same page. So if you're frying, let's go ahead and heat your oil first. Do not add your chicken yet. Heat your oil, okay? Let's heat the oil for your chicken wings.
Frying.
Mommy has a little bit left.
Miss
So
Bren,
yes.
can we put our sauce in the blender?
Could you
No, your sauce is not done yet.
Okay.
Could you not done yet, so we're not putting it in the blender yet, guys, okay? Guys and girls.
If your sauce is boiling, should you continuously mix it?
Yeah, you should mix it just to make sure that nothing is getting stuck on the bottom, but your temperature should be pretty low, okay?
Mine's at 2.
Yeah, I want it, if it's numbers, I want it between 1 and 2. If it's low, medium, high, I want it on the lower end of low, medium.
Okay,
Okay, if you are frying your chicken, your your skillet should be deep enough to have oil and chicken in it. So let's take your chicken out of the refrigerator and let's heat your skillet with oil. Okay, canola oil, no olive oil. We need frying oil.
I get a cast iron skillet? Nope.
I have another question. Oh yeah.
Who's frying chicken? I want to know who's frying so I can help you.
We're frying chicken.
Reese, Cy, and Benjamin. Okay.
And Addison.
And Addison. You guys are frying. Okay, so whatever your vessel is, whether it's a skillet or a Dutch oven or a deep pot, you're using vegetable oil and we're heating it up. And your chicken should be out of the refrigerator. Okay?
Bren. Miss Bren.
Yes! Talk to me. Talk to me.
So our sauce is super like liquidy. Is that okay, or does it have to be like-
Who's that talking? Announce yourself. Announce yourself. Aubrey, you're being really
Sasha?
quiet today. Sasha, your sauce is really liquidy?
Yeah.
And I think it's too gingery. Is there any way to balance out the ginger?
Yeah, so add more sugar to it.
Thank you.
Add more sugar and bring your temperature up to on the higher side of medium.
Got it. Thank you.
Then I'll check with you in a few minutes, and I'm going to want you to bring that temperature back down.
Okay.
And is it supposed to be really liquidy, or is it?
No, right now you'll see. So I'm going to bring mine back. Oh crap! I'm going to bring mine back over here. Can everybody see this?
Actually, less liquidy.
I want everybody to look at my sauce, please, real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking.
You guys see that?
Yes.
I still have pretty big chunks of mango. It's still cooking down. Once we process it, the sauce is going to get thicker. So don't worry about it if you see bubbles and it's liquidy. Don't worry about that right now. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so mango is a very fibrous fruit. So that fiber will break down and will help thicken up the sauce. Okay? And push come to shove, at the end of all this, if your sauce is still too liquidy, we're going to add a little bit of starch just to thicken it up. But we're hoping that we don't have to do that. Okay?
I cut my mangoes like this big.
Let me see how big. Oh, girl, you did yours really little. Okay, that's fine. You might not have to put yours through the processor.
Probably actually, because I had like two big chunks that I forgot to cut up.
Okay. If you want, while the kids who are frying their chicken, for everybody else, if you want to go to your sauce and take a long, whatever spoon you have in there, make sure it's long enough so that you don't burn yourself, and you can kind of work through it and break down the mango as much as you can, okay? Please be careful, kids. Do not burn yourselves. You want to be gentle when you're working with the sauce and breaking down the mango, okay?
How much of this?
In the meantime, I'm going to wipe down my counter a little bit.
Okay, let's add a little bit more. Let me see.
All right, those of you frying, how's your process going? Are you okay? Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. For my first timers, are there any questions? My first timers, any questions? No. Michaela, no, you're good.
Can we just leave it to
Mackenzie, you're good too?
Can we leave it can we go a little bit higher if it's at low?
No. Especially you, because you cut really, really small pieces. Okay, so you're good.
What's my question? I forgot my question.
JP and Jordan and Janaya, are you guys okay over there?
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, why?
Leah, you're good too. Reese, you're okay. Everyone's good?
Why just gotta keep if we had any extra lemon?
Oh, because we're gonna squeeze that extra lemon onto our chicken wings. Skylar, you okay over there? Maddie? Where's Aubrey? Did Aubrey disappear?
It's good. No, she's
Where is she? I don't see her. Oh, there they are down there. Okay, Jalen and Aubrey. Hi. Where's your dad? Where's your mommy?
He's coming in a second.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Miss Bren.
Yes.
I tasted it and it's really good.
It's really. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Yes, it is so good. That makes me happy. Okay. All right. Chicken's frying, sauce is making. We have other chicken in the oven that's baking. Hey parents, if you want to take out your baked chicken and turn it around, you are happy to do that right now. I'm going to do that because I want both of my chicken tenders. I want my chicken tenders to be even on both sides. Okay. For those of you baking,
I have a timer and it like says like 5 more minutes.
that's fine. You guys can. What are you doing over there, Mackenzie? Oh, you guys are done already. You guys are done. Unmute yourself. I want to hear you.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me see what you got going on over there. Is your sauce done? Your mango sauce is done?
We only had one mango, so it went a little quicker.
Okay. How did you guys process it? Did you thin it down? I mean, did you
No, we just let it cook on there, and we cut real small pieces to start.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, enjoy your chicken tenders. We're not going to eat for another 10 minutes.
Hey, Bren.
But you can hang out with us because we all eat together at the end of class.
Miss Bren.
Yes, Aaliyah, what's up?
So I thought we had mango and we didn't. So I had some frozen papaya that I pulled out of the freezer.
Oh, okay. I like that.
It's actually really good.
Is it good? I can imagine. It's probably not as sweet, but it's probably really good.
Well, I compensated. I added more sugar.
Added more sugar. Okay, that makes sense. So papaya is actually a really, really good fruit. It's a really good diuretic. It's also really good in fiber. So papaya is and it's not as sweet as mango. So it's a good option. Okay, for those of you baking, this would be a good time to take out your chicken if it's not cooked yet and turn it around.
Miss Bren.
Yeah.
How do we know when our sauce is done?
Because I'm going to tell you.
No.
Everybody's sauce should be on medium right now.
Sauce should be on medium.
Andrea, your sauce should now be like on medium, on low medium.
Okay, I'll turn it down. Thank you.
You know. Ooh.
Okay, so if chicken is frying, sauce, we can now remove our sauce from the stove. Okay. Is everyone following along? Because we literally only have like 5 or 10 minutes left on the chicken. All right, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to teach you guys a trick when working with a processor and hot food, okay?
Oh, we don't
need that.
If you don't need a processor, that's totally fine. Okay? I need a processor because my pieces are a little,
How much longer do you have to cook that? This.
Oh, if you cook your chicken, how much longer do you have to cook it?
Alexa, how much time left? Okay, you probably added your chicken a little bit before I did, so your chicken should be done. I have 7 more minutes on my timer, and I only made 1 pound. You can check your chicken now to see if it's done. Mine will be done in about 6 minutes.
And 3 more minutes.
We can go another 5 and we'll be good.
Yeah, that's fine. I like that, Mom. Okay, so everyone's sauce should be off the stove except for Mackenzie, who was way ahead of the game and did a really nice job of making really small pieces of mango. Okay? For everybody else, working with a food processor, if you have a Vitamix, temperature does not matter, okay? If you have a glass processor, for whatever reason, if you're using a glass blender, you want to be really careful, because what will happen is if you transfer something that's really hot into a glass container, the glass container can break, because what happens with heat expands, right? So if you add a really hot temperatured food or item to a glass container, it's going to expand and it might break. It has happened to me before in front of clients. So just keep that in mind. If you have a bullet, NutriBullet like I do, right? We still want to be careful with the heat, because what will happen is it'll create a lot of pressure in there. So when we open it, it's going to go, okay? So let's be really careful. I'm going to show you guys a trick. Here is my pot, right?
Yeah.
It's really hot. What I'm going to do is everyone watching me here? You can watch either one of the cameras. If everyone's quiet, you can see both my cameras. I'm going to put my NutriBullet container over top of the heat, and what that's going to do is temper my container, okay? It's going to create a nice little vacuum of heat in there, so that when I add the hot liquid, it's not going to be shock. It's not going to get shocked. So we're just going to put the container over top of it for about 10 seconds and just kind of, again, warm it up a little bit. That's if you have a NutriBullet plastic container. If you have a food processor like my friend Carrie does, you're fine. Okay? So we're going to add our sauce now to our processor. Okay?
What are you trying to do?
Temper it, because if it's too hot, it'll build up too much in there and it'll break it.
It'll build up too much pressure, too much heat. I'm gonna do mine in 2 parts. So here's my first half. And the reason I use this, guys, is because I make smoothies almost every day. And I don't need 1,000 different contraptions. But anyhow, here we go. And you want to pulse it. You don't want to liquefy it, okay? This is very, very, very important. You want to pulse your sauce. We do not want to liquefy it, okay? Because we want it to have some girth and some chunkiness to it, okay?
Excuse me?
Yes. Parents, please help your kids in opening the processor with hot liquid. Yeah, that looks really good. That looks good, Michaela.
Should I like boil it a little more?
Can you what?
Should I put it on the stove just a little longer?
Is it liquidy or is it pretty? It looks pretty thick.
There's still some chunks in it.
Yeah? Yeah, I mean, you can process it. I'd rather you process the sauce, but.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right, let me open mine at the stove, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. Remember, I want you to pulse it. I don't want you to liquefy your sauce, okay?
Miss Bren? Miss Bren?
Yes.
If it's too thick to put it in the bullet, is it okay if you add a little water?
Yes, you can. That's a good question. Just a tiny bit of water. I wouldn't add too much, okay? It just depends on how much you need to liquefy it.
That chicken cooked a little too long. No?
Oh.
Yeah, the chicken nuggets.
Never used to.
Someone left, but okay. Whoever left, thank you. Battery is dying. Mackenzie. Okay, bye, Mackenzie.
And you see,
Guys, my NutriBullet is not opening.
You don't take that part out. You gotta get you gotta put your liquid in there. But it's hot liquid. You gotta be careful.
Should I take my
Did you set the timer again today?
I set it for 10 minutes.
Is it good?
Oh my gosh.
Is it?
Oh my God, who's that eating? Who's that talking?
That was you, Becca.
That was me.
He said, that was good.
Yeah, we made chicken nuggets and tenders.
Oh, I like it. You made
And
chicken
I
nuggets.
dipped it in the sauce and it was so good.
So good. Girl, you are a little kid chef in the making. Actually, you're already there. You're like a month and a half in classes.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take a cooking class from you. Okay, parents, here's another thing. when you add really hot liquid to a container like this, the heat kind of gets trapped in there. So one way of opening this, and not just this, but other foods in general or other containers, is to run it under really cold water or stick it in the refrigerator or the freezer for a few minutes. Because remember, we said heat expands, cold shrinks, right? Heat expands, cold shrinks. So I can't open my thing right now. Ah! I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for a few minutes. But guess what? There's always a workaround, right?
Yes.
You don't want it liquid.
There's always a workaround. Because while I can't open that, I'm going to take a small potato peeler, a potato masher.
I'm trying to buy my with Amazon. You trying to do what?
Hey parents and kids, when you want to cook this again, if you don't have a processor, and I should have mentioned this earlier, you can take a potato masher. Let me show you what I'm doing, y'all. A potato masher, and you can mash down the rest of the mango that didn't cook down all the way. Do you see that?
There's a potato masher?
This is a little potato masher, right? So I just mashed down the rest of the mango, and I have literally the consistency that I want. It's a little chunkier sauce, which is fine.
Miss Bren.
Yes.
It's good. Peanut sour sauce.
Benjamin, how's your fried chicken? Addison, how's your fried chicken? Erica, how's your chicken? Sai and Sammy, how's your fried chicken?
Miss Bren, is this okay?
Miss Bren,
That looks really good. That looks really yummy.
is this too thick?
Who is that talking?
Mason?
Oh, hey, Mason. Let me see, Mama. Let me see. Put a spoon in it or something so I can see. No, like take the spoon. It's a little too thick. So I would add a little, do you have like agave or honey or just a tiny bit of water just to liquefy it a little bit?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, can everybody see this? I know the consistency is hard to see in the camera, but this is a chunkier sauce, which I really, really like. Alexa, cancel.
Miss Bren.
All right, guess what? My chicken is done. Yes.
Our sauce tastes like soy sauce. I really like it.
It's soy sauce. Yeah. It's like a sweet and sour sauce. Yay. Okay, you guys, look at my chicken.
Miss Bren, is this?
Can everybody see my chicken? That's what so let's take our chicken out of the oven. Your chicken should totally be ready because I only had 1 pound. Excuse me. Right? So let's take our chicken out of the oven.
Miss Bren?
Yes.
Is this thick?
What happened?
Is this too thick? Is this too thick?
Who's that? Let me see. Who's asking? Raise your hand.
Geraldette.
Oh, Geraldette. Let me see.
Colton.
Nope, that looks really good.
Miss Bren.
That looks good. Yes, Sasha, Mama.
Can we all eat a chicken? Can we all eat the chicken with the sauce together?
Yeah, so this is what we're gonna do, guys. So we just took our chicken out of the oven, right? You don't need to soak up any oil. Benjamin, how's your fried chicken going, sweetie?
Hey, Miss Bren, Benjamin's on a class, but we're gonna put his work of art in the Instagram stories.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you. Thanks,
Thank
Kimberly.
you.
Okay.
Chicken is hot.
Addison, how's your fried chicken going?
I'm waiting to eat it with the crab.
It's good. It looks good.
Okay.
Miss
Jay, what are
Bren,
you doing over there with Aubrey? Yes.
is this the right consistency?
Who's there asking? Sally? That looks so good. Yes, your consistency looks really yummy. Aubrey and Jalen, let me see your consistency.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, so I just put my chicken. Woo! Mine is really, really peppery. Wow, I added a lot of black pepper to mine. Okay, you guys, everyone's baked chicken should be out of the oven and look really nice and crispy. Okay. We're gonna remember that extra lemon I said we had? Let's take, these are lemon pepper wings. We're gonna take our lemon and we're just gonna give it a really nice squeeze. Okay. And you can eat it just like this, or you can take a little bowl like I'm doing. I don't want to pour my sauce all over the chicken, but you can. And then you're just gonna take, is everybody ready to eat with me? Who's ready to eat? Who's ready to eat? Everybody should have chicken. Everybody should have chicken and everybody should have a yummy mango habanero sauce. Okay, oh, that looks good down there, Sally. Maddie, that looks good. Reese, are you ready? Michaela?
Putting my sauce in there.
Okay. Jalen, oh, that looks good, Jalen. And Aubrey?
Wait for me.
Who's that? Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Come on, JP and Jordan and Bren. Let's do it. Yep.
Miss Bren, is the mango sauce like a dipping sauce?
No, it's like a dipping sauce or just like a sauce that you can pour over. Okay. So I'm gonna dip one of my chicken tenders into my sauce.
My sauce.
Is that?
Oh, it should be sweet. It should be tangy. It should be spicy. It should be citrusy. It should be yummy. You guys can pour the sauce if you want. You can pour the sauce all over.
We're about to make more chicken.
Good. Because now you have a recipe. Andrea, how did the sauce come out?
Delicious. Like, it is the best.
Perfect.
So good.
Who has questions? Tell me how your sauce is, kids.
That sauce is amazing.
Yay! Can you guys taste the ginger?
Oh, this one. Okay, some of them got kind of like. But it's actually still really good.
It's really good. Thank you. You actually just made a really yummy sauce from scratch. So give yourselves a round of applause.
Yay.
You guys just made a really good sauce from scratch. So who made sauce for the very first time today? Wow, most of you.
We have that one even.
Oh, you gotta get the lemon on there.
Yummy.
Sorry. That's amazing.
A lot of sauce.
Again, parents and kids, if you're cooking this next time, play with your ratio, but you should definitely taste the nutty taste from the peanut butter or from the peanut oil. You should definitely taste the ginger. If your mangoes aren't sweet enough, you can sweeten it more with using agave or honey or brown sugar. If it's too gingery, you can cut the ginger with more vinegar. Use apple cider vinegar because that has a fruity flavor, obviously. Okay, raise your hands so I can get to you guys. Let's be fair. Okay, Michaela, what's your question?
The only thing is, we added like 3 peppers, so it's kind of spicy.
Okay. If it's a little too spicy, you can add vinegar to cut your spice. How's everyone's chicken?
This is excellent. You didn't tell you.
How's your lemon pepper chicken wings?
Yummy.
Miss Bren. Miss Bren.
Yes, Miss Sasha.
I have 2 questions. My first question is, where did you learn how to cook?
Honestly, so I didn't go to culinary school. Maddie, your chicken wings look good, Mama. I fell in love with cooking probably when I was younger than most of you. I was around 6 years old, 7. And so my mom taught me most of what I know, at least the basics, right? And then I've worked with a lot of amazing chefs all over the world. I've worked in restaurants. So I've learned with really, really cool people along the way. And I study a lot on my own and with chef colleagues and friends. But it makes it easier when you love to eat. Like I love to eat. Like, oh my gosh. Like, guys, I go to bed thinking about food and I wake up thinking about food too. I mean, hello. Who else had a question? So I want more lemony. I want more lemon on my chicken wings, so I'm just gonna squeeze. I'm gonna squeeze a little more lemon on there.
Yeah.
That is so good. I'm gonna make more chicken. We got no sauce.
Maddie, you've been quiet today. How are your wings?
Say it again.
Aubrey and Jalen, how are your wings down there?
Miss Bren. Miss Bren.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a cookie business.
Yes, you should totally do that.
Thank you for inspiring me.
I support young entrepreneurs.
Thank you for inspiring me.
Thank you for letting me help you and letting me teach you something. I appreciate it. You guys are so awesome. Sai and Sammy, how are your chicken wings? Oh, whose camera is this down here? Sally, them chicken wings look good. Gerald, let me see your chicken wings.
Okay, I have tenders.
Oh, you have tenders, okay. So we got 2 minutes. I'm gonna hop off in 2 minutes. So let's say thank you to all the parents who joined in today. Thank you, kids, for coming in.
Thank you.
I appreciate you spending so much time with me today.
Thank you.
Thank you for being patient, because I know that we were working with fried chicken and baked chicken. So thank you for being patient, you bakers.
I'm gonna show you mine.
Yeah. Show yours. Parents, if you're on Instagram, feel free to share any pictures on Instagram and tag me at Bren Herrera. And I'll repost it.
Miss Bren.
Hi, yes. Hi, Mason. What's up, Mama?
I want to show you mine.
Oh, those look good. You made tenders.
Yes.
Bren.
Yes.
What about the thing about last week? If you took a picture of the cookie.
Yeah. No, I don't think yes. Did your mommy send me a picture of your cookies? I don't know.
Sorry. No, I didn't send it, Madison.
No, it's okay.
Miss Bren.
Yeah.
Are we gonna make not cookies? Are we gonna make sushi?
I don't know yet. So parents, yes, some of you have jumped off. We have one class left next week. It really makes me sad, but I committed to doing 8 weeks, and tomorrow, believe it or not, is literally our 8th week. Right? Is tomorrow week 8 or week 7? I think tomorrow's week 8. Anyhow, who said week 7? I think tomorrow's week 8. And next week is week 8. So I will send you an email. You know what the process is. I'll send everybody an email tomorrow with what we're making next week. It'll be a surprise, kind of like every situation, but I've listened to everyone's, hold on, kids, hold on. I've heard everyone's suggestions. I've heard sushi, I've heard hamburgers. I've heard, hey, let's make pizza again. We are definitely done with the sugar and the sweets, like no more sugar. But whatever we make next week is gonna be amazing. So I hope that you'll be there. And I have a little surprise for everybody coming next week. So I hope you guys will come. You don't want to miss a surprise next week. Okay? Thanks again. I appreciate you all. Thanks for spending your afternoon with me. Great questions via email if your parents want. And enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your lunch. I hope you guys will make this again. Yes.
Thank you so much. It's my dad's everything. He's gonna love it. That was the best way to keep this on.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on.
I'm having this.
All right, Reese, what were you saying? Hold on.
How's the best way to keep the sauce?
Oh, good question. So I don't use plastic. I try to stay away from using plastic containers. So once you've let the sauce completely cool down, do not store it until the sauce is cool, okay? Parents, you hear me?
Bye, Miss Bren. Thank you.
Bye, Addison, Mama. I'll see you next week.
All right, see you next week.
Whoever's leaving, bye. But that's a good question about storing the sauce. Wait until the sauce is completely cool and then store it in a glass or plastic container, okay? But wait until it's cool.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. Hey, Ebony, is that you there?
That was a great recipe.
It's Bren.
Who's got questions? Who's got last minute questions?
A comment.
Oh, hey, Michaela, what's up?
So basically, all I wanted was, I had a half a lemon, so I was gonna make lemonade. So I squeezed it into my lemon squeezer, and there's a bug in there.
Oh no, but it's natural. So just like if you can scoop it out, scoop it out.
It's flavor.
There you go. And it's protein. It's always protein.
Yes.
Miss Bren,
Yes.
I have a comment.
Yes, ma'am.
So I used to not like onions, but I'm eating onions right now.
So, you're eating onions.
One time we were in a lunchroom at school. I got nachos, nacho cheese, and the nachos. When I just ate a nacho with the beef and stuff.
Yeah, it was good, right?
Yeah, but then I'm like, I taste onion, and then it just got stronger in my mouth. I'm like, ew, there's onion in here.
There are a couple of ways to kind of get around those kinds of foods that you don't like. You're always going to taste them when they're raw and when they're really big pieces. That looks good, Michaela. So you want to be able to cook that down. The purpose of onion is to really give it flavor. So once it cooks down, like the way that we did in the sauce, you really won't taste it. What you're going to taste is that it just adds a really nice flavor profile. But onion is very basic. It's a sweet ingredient. It's very basic for seasoning most of all our food. So don't be afraid of the onion or the garlic. All right, any last minute questions? I gotta go. I love you all. Thanks again for hanging out. I'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye. Tell your parents I said hola. Thank you. Tell all your friends how yummy you. Tell all your friends that you guys are amazing chefs.
Tail to try with ketchup.
You guys should totally brag to your friends.
Yes.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next week.
I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too.
Lunch one day.
Yes, totally make it fun. Bye, Gerald, Dad. Thanks for coming to class.
You're welcome.
Bye, Aubrey. Bye, Jalen. Tell your dad I'll talk to him later. Bye, Gerald. Bye, Ebony. Thanks for having the kids back. Bye, Skylar.
Bye.
Bye, Sasha.
Bye.
Bye, Aaliyah.